All right.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, fellas?
Michael, go and do your show, Michael. This your.
Oh, this is your show?
Yeah, you came up with this topic.
All right. Try to do it some justice then.
Yeah.
Where I was. All right, good evening, everybody. Tonight we're going to talk about, can a woman raise a man? Now, we all know over the years that women can raise boys to grown men. The question is, can a woman turn a man into a man? I can say I was raised by a single female. My mother raised me and 3 sisters, and I had aunts and one uncle that was around. Got cousins, but my father left home when I was 3 years old, so I didn't have that male figure. Now, I think I turned out to be a pretty good man. As a matter of fact, I think I turned out to be a great man. But the question is, can a woman turn a boy into a man? I say they can raise a boy up, but I don't think a woman can give a boy all the stuff that he needs to be a man. And for the simple reason, women are more emotional than men. Like my mother, had I followed the path that she wanted me to follow, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. She didn't want me to play football. She didn't want me to do karate. She didn't want me to pretty much do anything where I would leave the house and go out in the street and face injury or any kind of harm. But see, sometimes that's how you learn to be. You have to face those demons. For example, playing football, you got to get out there and get hit, and then get back up and hit back, and get hit again and keep getting up. A woman can't teach you that if she tell you, "Nah, baby, I don't want you to get hurt. I'm not going to let you do this. I'm not going to let you do that." But if you sit around the house and, women do women things, watching soap operas, gossiping, talking all the time with other women. Now, I've got cousins that turned out completely different than me, that were also raised by women. And then a couple of them were raised by 2 parents. But it's a fact, in my opinion, a lot of this depends on the kid himself. It's his mentality and what he's willing to put up with. So that's where I'm going to leave it and find out what you fellas think. And then we'll go more into it afterwards.
Let's go down to Anti. Let's see what Anti got going. Let me see what Anti got going on, man.
Okay, well, I feel that I'm not gonna say I don't feel that women can't raise a man. They won't do as well of a job when it comes to raising boys, because that'll be like, can a man raise a daughter? I mean, I have 2 daughters. Do I want to be the one to tell them how to insert that money at the time of the month? No. So you're not going to be efficient when it comes to doing stuff. Like, I remember my daughter, her past, her women stuff. And I had no idea, like, okay, cool. So when I was at the store, they had a woman, she was looking at me. She was like, well, can I help you? I was like, yeah, I have a daughter. She's about your height, about your size. This is what I need. And I don't know. She was like, oh, well, yeah. And it's like, she was able to help me out with that. So, I mean, whether or not I felt comfortable, no, I didn't. So with that being said, women can assist with raising boys, but a woman can't raise a man. If they attempt to, I understand you have to do what you have to do, but other than that, you're going to have a bunch of Jodies in the world. You remember the movie Baby Boy?
Right.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. I mean, that's the way I look at it. Women are equipped to do certain things. I mean, yeah, nurture, breast milk, all that other stuff, but they can't do everything that a man can. And I'm not trying to discredit a woman about anything, but if you see the name on my page, Oedipus, that's what develops, because you're going to have these boys growing up thinking like, you know, their mom is pretty much going to be like their first crush.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have boys sitting up there, you know, hey, mama, let me try your wig on, or let me put on your heels.
That right.
That part.
What's that boy's name? Dave Chappelle.
Jesse.
Juice, yeah. Jesse Smollett. You're going to have a bunch of people walking around.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with girl situations that it's called electrocomplex, where the woman fall like mad in love with her dad. So much to the point where you get daughters that say, Dad, you know, I love you. I want to marry you. Like, chill, that's gay. Like, you my daughter.
Right.
So I have girls that want to look at men for like their fatherly figure because they didn't have a dad or because they came from broken homes. And they have girls that sit up there and say, oh, I want to marry a man just like my dad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
hence sugar daddy, right?
yeah, that's it. If you want to call him daddy in the bedroom, but that's it. But I don't want my daughter. I want to marry somebody just like you. Not saying because I'm a bad person, because I'm not. But I know, like genetics. I know how everything kicks in. So I mean, it's just like a son saying, you know, it's typical for men to say like, "Oh yeah, son, you want to marry a woman like your mom." I mean, depending on how much your mom was in your life when you was growing up, you know, like I said, your mom was your first crush. I mean, when you develop those type of complexes that I just mentioned, it's those kids that like to sleep in between, you know, the mom and dad when they're in bed together.
Right.
It's those kids that be like, oh, daddy, don't touch mama, that's nasty. That's because that son is sitting up there, you know, pretty much lusting behind the mom. And women are like, oh, that's so cute. Like, you know, my son likes to still hug me and put his head between my chest. That's because your son is a pervert. Like, let's just get no reason that you got a 5 or a 6-year-old talking about, mom, let me motorboat you, or slapping your mom. That's like with little girls that want to go and sit on their dad's laps or sit on other men's laps because they're going to do it to their dad. They're going to sit up there and do it to other men too. So no, I don't feel that a woman should have to raise a boy or should have to raise a man because she's not going to be able to teach him everything.
Right.
Awesome. That's good stuff, man. I think I'm on the same page now. A woman cannot raise a boy fully.
Right.
She could give input. She could help guide him, but the necessities of being a man must come from a man. You know what I'm saying?
For him to fully understand.
That's why I like Cub Scouts, football, sports. You know, I was grateful and thankful to be able to come up in the house with my mother and father. My mother taught me different things like cooking and cleaning the house, but Dad taught me how to do the yard. And, you know, he put me in football and baseball and Cub Scouts, you know, things like that, man. So I think is a two-way street. Like you got to have both. It's good to have both, but you don't necessarily got to have both, but you got to get it from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Thus, uncles, men like us in the community. You know, that's where them young boys should get it from. Like, I got a mother now that says, one of my football players say, well, he don't have a father figure. Well, you keep him in football, that's, you know, his coaches can be his father figure, you know, different things like that, man. So some women understand it, some don't, and they try to take the place of being the mother and the father, and thus directing the young boys in the wrong way. You get what I'm saying? Like, so they wanna be good and assume that they're doing the right thing, but it's not. When they attempt to go far as to leading that young man in the wrong direction. You know, you can teach him some sort of values, but there's some things you got to get from a man. Go ahead, G.
Yeah, because she's not going to be as masculine on her delivery, you know what I'm saying? And he needs that masculinity coming out of the voice of a man so he can understand the power that he must present to the world when he delivers the message or when he delivers his language. Okay. Because if he don't give it to you and make you understand it, you know, the man these guys around him gonna look at him like, say, bro, you know, what's happening with you? You know what I'm saying? Because being a man is a totally different thing than a woman trying to tell you, this is the value, son, you're supposed to have. This is what you should be doing, son. This is how you should do things. And it's like, yeah, ma, okay, I got that, but you know, you cannot, as a woman, feel like you can. Oh, my son, a man. Yeah, he's a man because he's of age and he respects the game, but he doesn't know the true values. If he doesn't see a man representing the manhood. Don't have a male in your house talking about this is a man you're going to look up to, because if that man is not if it's your stepdad and he's not teaching your son how it's supposed to go as a man, he's just a male in the house.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what we got right here. We got something from Gail. She's saying, hold on, let me put it on the screen for you. She say that's true to a certain point, because I know a lot of single parent females where the male parent was absent and the male child has not been arrested, but no fighting. That's still not. There are mentor programs. Yeah, that's now you saying there are mentor programs. So that goes back to what we're saying.
The same thing we're saying.
It goes right back to what we're saying. We got to have a male figure in that boy's life in order for him to be that masculine male. Because it's no way that a female is going to be a female and teach a boy how to be a masculine man. There's no way.
No,
it's not happening.
And
in order to be a masculine man, now she can teach him how to be just whatever that boy name is. She can teach him that, but she can't teach him how to be that, you know, that Mike Rashid or that 19 Keys, or she can't teach him how to be the man. You know what I'm saying? Or the Malcolm X. You know, we need more Malcolm X's. We need more Martin Luther Kings out here. Because, see, people don't understand. Martin said, turn the other cheek for a minute, but then before they killed him, he was getting on that Malcolm stuff like, hey, man, hold up, man, y'all, yeah. That's why they killed him, because his mindset shifted. Yeah, he started getting aggressive. They like, oh, hold up. Yeah, I had to show y'all this man coming out. Yeah, we tried to talk about it at first. I tried to be civilized. I tried to be my mama. But then I had to show y'all my daddy. So y'all didn't like my daddy, so now you're going to kill me. Yeah, that's how that goes. Because we can't have a world full of emotional males out here.
And that's where the problem starts. You see?
Exactly.
When, like, women are way too emotional. For example, my mom would try to baby me all the time. She hugging me, and she always told me, oh, you just like your father. You did, but she was talking about the good parts of my father. The thing is, when she was mad and I did something that was wrong that reminded her of his bad side, now she's telling me you just like your daddy, but the whole thing comes out different. And the emotions are what makes the difference. Because I can sweet talk my mom in a heartbeat. If she's mad, I can sweet talk her quicker than my sister can. So she ain't going to be as on me as she would sisters. And that's where the problem lies. You got women that want to coddle their boys and take care of them because, oh, that's my son. But a father, I put it like this. I got a daughter. When my daughter was a baby, you know how you burp a baby when they finish eating, right?
Yeah.
So my wife would do this. I would put my daughter on my chest, and I'm just like that. And then a few seconds, and all I'm hearing is, wow, you're going to kill her being like that. Yeah. With a boy, that's the way I am. Our grandson, Messiah, this little dude, every time he come over, all he want to do is fight. And we fight. I'm beating him up. But what we do. But my wife, she'll start playing with him. She'll wrestle with him too. But after a while, she's like, all right, Messiah, I'm nope, that's it. I'm done. But I'll hit him. Time to stop.
One good time. Now he don't want to play no more.
That's the difference. it's the mentality, because I'm harder on him than she
Right.
is. Even though,
Right.
like, if she get mad, she'll put down the law. And I'm easier going with him. I'll be like he tricked me into giving him candy one time. My wife,
Yeah.
he can't have no candy because he had his
Right.
teeth all messed up and stuff going to the
Right.
dentist. So he comes in, yo, Mike, let me get some candy. Now, I didn't know she had told me he couldn't have any. So now he's like, okay, don't tell Nana. So he's telling me, tell Nana. Soon as she walks in the room, Nana, Mike gave me some candy. But I
Tell her
do,
no.
what you doing? Why you snitching on me?
He done snitched out.
It's a learning process, but it was funny the way it went down. But when I hit him, he's like, don't be snitching on me. He's learning.
Yeah.
You
And
ain't
see, we
snitching.
got another comment. My partner Alan, he said sometimes if a male figure is not in the house, you might go the wrong way because you feel like you have to get it out the streets. And that's true.
Exactly.
That's true, because it's like you see your mom going to work every day. If you see your dad going, it's like the movie BMF. It was a mom and a dad in the household, but they see their dad and he's struggling. It's like, bro, you got 2 jobs and we still ain't got it? Nah, right. Bro, let me go out here and show you what's happening, man. These boys out here making that bread.
Yeah.
And that's the mentality that we have, because we were taught, provide for your woman, provide for the family, make sure the family's straight. But if I got to work 3 jobs to make sure the family's straight, I'm going to be tired. I can't even enjoy the family.
Exactly.
Right.
If you
but
got
a woman's going to be like, well, I ain't going to say all women. I'm going to say some women going to be like, hey, man, you know, I know some women that straight up tell their kid, man, hey, just don't get caught. But then I know some women who like, no, we're not doing that. We're not going that route. You know?
Yeah, but also that's because a lot of women, they tend to raise kids, whether or not it's a boy or a girl, they raise them with emotions.
Yeah.
Like, we can teach kids something like from the heart. Women, they tend to be more emotional, which is why, not trying to down talk no woman, of course, that's always my disclaimer. But think about it. What do single women tend to do after they have a hard breakup or something? Right. Then their little kid, like the boy that dumped them, or like the man that hurt them.
Right.
You should catch like a 1, 2, or maybe 3-year-old wearing Timberlands with some jabos and a gold chain. Somebody, oh, you styling. No, you reminiscing right now.
Wow.
And I mean, it doesn't just
take a man,
It doesn't just take a man to raise a boy. I mean, because it depends on what type of male it is, because no matter what, you know, people come from different backgrounds. So, you know, I need to have a male in the house to raise my son. Okay, cool. So you're going to go and get one of these puppets out on the street, right? And you don't know if that man, like, is used to beating women. You just know that your mom told you keep a man in your son's life. You don't know if he's used to beating women or if he used to sleep with boys. You don't know if he's locked up. You don't know if he's pissing on kids. Kelly. You don't know. It depends. Like, people, like, just upgrade the standards. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, not trying to discredit women. You know, as long as you do your homework, that's fine. I mean, they have some women that single moms out there. You know, they've done a great job raising their sons or raising their kids. Like, if they didn't have a boyfriend, maybe they had some uncles or brothers that help assist. But a woman cannot, no way, do it just 100% by herself. You can sit up there and say, oh, well, God's going to help me. That's bullshit. God's going to assist you. But don't sit up there and say that God's going to help you raise your kid, because if God doesn't help you, then who's helping you? The devil? You're going to blame the devil. We already give the devil too much credit anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we got another question here right quick, Katie. We got Gail. She's saying now, but no, Gail, that's not what we're saying, but I'm going to let y'all read it. It says there's a lot of homes out that don't have a male parent, just a mother is doing her best and saying even though these women are trying to raise their male child, that they will grow up to be gay or not a good male child. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying that some of the households are raising feminine boys to be men that are not completely men. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying that every woman in every household that's a single parent. My mom was a single parent. I had a male figure in the house, but he never disciplined me. My mom disciplined me. You know, he was just a statue. Right. When I was looking for him, what I feel like he should have been doing was doing all the talking and say, check this out, little boy. Cause see, I done had stepchildren before, and every last one of them, I ain't gotta say nothing to him. I got him. You know what I'm saying? I'm the man of this mother. He ain't gonna run a bitch ass thing around here. Cause see, that's who I am as a man, though. You know what I'm saying? Right. But that's just me, though. You know. Yeah. But no, we're not saying that all women are raising feminine men. No, we're not saying that at all.
Right. I'm not saying at all. But I am saying if you were to sit up there and tell your son, hey, put that down, he's gonna look at you and be like, okay. Versus a man saying it, we could say the same thing. I just have a deeper voice.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
That's all. He's gonna respond differently.
Right. It's all about
differently, regardless.
Hey, you know what I know? It's just like training a dog. If I tell a dog sit down, the dog is gonna sit. Now, a female tell the dog sit down, and the dog keep moving, sit, and but she don't have that bass in her voice to say sit down, and the dog sit there and be like, okay, and he stays there. So if you can't do that with a little dog, how are you going to do that with a thinking human being? You can try, you can be as forceful as you want, but like we were talking about last week, the alpha male, a boy is going to get into puberty, and then that alpha portion of his DNA is going to come out. He's going to start feeling that testosterone. His voice getting deeper. He growing more hair. Mama tell him to do something. He look out, I ain't doing nothing. Now, what you gonna do? Grab him? Cause some boys they start out as a kid hitting their mama's back.
Yeah. Wow.
My son does that. He would hit.
I can relate to that.
So
I can relate to that because my son, he tried his mama. I had to go an hour away, and the first thing, Dad, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. No, don't even, there ain't no sorry. Let me give you some of that first, and then we can talk about what you shouldn't have been doing. Don't you ever in your life. I said, I don't care how many dudes she got, that's still my girl, nigga. So if you think about doing it again, it's gonna be a bigger problem. I'm gonna hit you in the face next time.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't hit her, but he jumped at her. It's like, I'm gonna jump at you. Like,
right.
Because that woman, he knows who his daddy is. You know what I'm saying? His daddy is aggressive. So he already knows. When somebody getting real live with you, you go that pit mode. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
That's what's up.
And that's what the problem is with a woman trying to raise a man, because once he reaches those teen years, he ain't going to be that compliant little child that when mama say, okay, go do this, go do that, he just going to go do it. Especially when he done got him a girlfriend, and now he done had some sex, and now he think he the man.
Right.
He gonna pick and choose.
Really start to appear. So if there's not a man somewhere in his life, see, I had a few men. They weren't. It's like not my mom's boyfriends. It wasn't even men from the church, because there were people in the church I would look at as being men. I'm like, nah. He couldn't tell me nothing. But say my barber at the barber shop, I'm getting my hair cut. We talking, and he telling me stuff about manhood. He asking me questions, giving me advice and stuff like that. There were my football coach, all kinds of people like this in my life that helped me. They shaped my mentality. Let's put it like that. Because none of them ever could step to me and try to beat me or tell me or try to discipline me. That was never the case. But these men talked to me not like I was a little boy, but they were talking to me like, okay, yo, look here, yo, man, this is what you got to do. This is the kind of stuff you need to do. Look towards doing this, looking out for your sisters and stuff. This is where I got the masculine part of growing up. It didn't come from my mom. And all the stuff she didn't want me to do, I did anyway. I forged her name on the letters to go play football. She told me I couldn't do karate. I went and did karate. I paid for it myself. She told me I couldn't go in the army. I was 17. I sat down and talked to my mom. Look, I'm gonna be out of school. I don't want to go to college. I turned down the scholarship. So now, if I'm either going to be on the street and have the possibility of getting killed or going to jail, or I'll go in the Army, learn a trade, and do something productive. After we had that conversation, she went and signed the paperwork for me. 2 weeks after graduation, I was on active duty. But that was because of the way I acted with her. But talking to a person.
So let me ask you this, Mike. Mike, who wanted you to go to the Army again? Did you want to go on your own or somebody?
That was my decision. I just
okay.
Nobody in my family in the Army. None.
Right.
So I just decided this is what I want to do because I didn't want to be home. I wanted to get away from the city that I was in because I knew being there was nothing good going to happen.
You were just trying to get
the Army. I went in for 4 years, and after the 4 years, I'm like, yo, I kind of like this. I stayed. I was in for 12 years. I got out after Desert Storm because of some stuff that shouldn't have happened. But another soldier stepped on the landmine, and the information we got about disability, I'm like, yo, that could have been me. You know what? Deuces, I'm out.
Yo, right now, man. You gotta stay down until it's over.
I spent 12 years on 3 years in
that.
I don't know if I can trust you, Mike. You seem like if you're losing in the game of Monopoly and you land on my property, you're gonna flip the board over.
Yeah. I'll take the loss. I don't mind that. The thing is, you know, it's like, say you want to be a criminal, you want to join a gang.
Yeah.
Now, you make a decision. Are you going to be a follower or do you want to be a leader? I knew I couldn't follow any of these people in my neighborhood. So if I'm going to be I got to be the boss. I didn't want to go that route. The Army was the exact opposite. I learned how to follow, and believe me, it took a whole lot because I stayed in trouble, cussing out NCOs, being put on disciplinary action, but I still made it through because I was good at what I did. It's the mentality that I had, and that came from my grandmother about working hard, putting forth the effort, putting your best foot forward.
So right there, you saying a woman can raise a boy?
No.
You learned that from your grandmother. You didn't say your grandfather.
Huh?
You said you learned all that from your grandmother, not your grandfather.
But my grandmother taught me principles.
Oh.
She didn't teach me actions. She didn't tell me to go out and do something physical, go be in the military. She didn't tell me, well, she did tell me as a kid when my sisters used to be beating on me. And my said, you don't ever hit a woman, so I wouldn't hit a female, right?
You
my
believe
grandmother says, yo, if she big enough to hit you, she big enough to get hit back.
That's what I'm saying.
That changed the whole narrative. And that's coming from a woman.
So you
still, I don't just go hit a woman just to do it.
Mike, you telling me you never put your hands on a woman?
I have.
Oh, okay.
I'm never going to say I never.
I would not hit a woman. I promise. I won't hit them, but I'll shake the hell out of them.
Hey, you got to put
your hands. Y'all better stop.
I would shake the boots.
Say it ain't so anti.
No. Nah, because like in junior high and high school, like the women aren't like they used to be.
No goodness.
Women coming, like some girls coming to school looking like dudes, looking harder than dudes.
Yep.
Hey, it's like right now today.
They had that mindset, oh, I'm gonna hit him, he not gonna hit me back.
Right now today.
Especially now. Because I mean you have more studs getting in a fight with some of these guys than anything. Like my son,
when you beat them down, they'll cry like you hit a girl.
Right. Like, nah, she got a lot of testosterone. No, not today.
Mm-hmm. Them middle school girls is about it now. I'm telling you, the boys come crying. Hey, she bothered me.
Yeah.
Yeah. 12, 13. Right now
Yeah.
today. Hey, get her, coach. Get her, coach.
Yeah. I go to my school to go look at the person that he was talking about. They over there. Not him, not her, but they.
Yeah.
And this little girl got a little fade. Timberlands. I'm like, bro, that's a girl. Like, I can't even do nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. In defense of her husband, y'all. That was in the past. We know, Gil. We know it was in the past.
Yeah, he changed, man.
Yo,
He a new creature.
but remember a couple of years ago when there used to be all these posts on Facebook, a real man does this, a real man will do this, a real man will do that. You realize all those posts were done by women?
Yeah.
And none of them made sense, because I told my wife, a real man wouldn't let some woman tell him how to be a man. So what am I what's that for? So all this stuff about being a real, who determines who a real man is? Because this woman, she basing her opinion most of the time on her father, and who knows if he was a good dude or a bad dude. She basing it on her ex, most of the time, who's just straight up asshole as far as she's concerned. So where you going to get your basis for what a real man is? Now, I can't take some woman telling me what a real man is, because in order to tell me what a real man is, you got to be a real man. So why would I listen to anything you say about being a real man?
She might have been a real man in her past.
Yo, what's that with Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah. But what we saying here? What are we saying here? That women or a woman cannot. That's across the board, right? A woman cannot raise a boy into a man.
Well, because how is she gonna do that if she's not a man? That's the question. How can I just want you to be logical. Let's think about it. You know what I'm saying? How can you raise a man if you're not a man? But you can give that boy great values. You can give him the best understanding. You can give him some good, survival skills. You can do all of that.
Yes, exactly.
But to teach him on a testosterone level, you pretty much short.
Yeah.
And that's no matter how you cut it. A woman.
Right. So let's help these women. Let's help these women or help somebody. So we say that a woman can't do it. So she must allow a man, not a male, but a man to instill in her son as well, other than the values that she may show him. There must be, whether it be a mentor group, a men's ministry, or football, or Cub Scouts, or something. Well, I might not want to say Cub Scouts no more.
Did they ever finish that lawsuit?
I might not want to say that no more, because they done had an issue with some of them Cub Scouts. But other than that, she must go to her community or her family to get that done, right?
Yeah. It's got to be a man, but it's got to be a real man, not just somebody that's pretending. Because you got a lot out there, I'm the shit, I'm the man, but they don't know shit from Shanola.
So she got to do her research.
Yeah. And that's the hard part, because think about it. If a woman is dating some dude and when she first meet him, he the shit. That man, he loves me, he's this, he's that. And then a couple of months or sometimes a couple of weeks later, that nigga ain't about shit.
Right.
If you can't pick the right man for your relationship, it's going to be even harder to pick a man that can mentor your son.
Say that, Mike.
That's good, that Mike. You can't even pick the right one for you. Talk about one for your kid.
And then a lot of women do. Matter of fact, I read something today. A woman, she posted some shit about, I'm a better man than all the men that I. What men do you know? Because that's impossible. But she felt like she was more man than her. That includes father, husband, or baby daddy, or anybody else.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, we're going to take a commercial break right quick, man. Let's get it going. You know how we do. It's a healthy lifestyle that we're trying to live, that we're living. I ain't going to say trying to do anything because we're living a healthy lifestyle around here. And now we got Miss Yannette on the screen. We can't hear you. You got to unmute the mic.
Oh, the weather taking a bad turn.
You got to unmute the mic. Yeah. You got your microphone. There you go.
Can you hear me?
We got you now. You live.
Hello, fellas. Good night, good night, good night. How is everyone?
Finding yourself.
Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. Let me see how I can prop this up because I just got in the room here and I've been ripping and running like a woman should. You know, we always running and doing
everything. Come on, a man show talking about
that. So good night, everyone. My name is Yannette Barkham. How is everyone?
We're good.
Doing well.
All right.
What you mean, babe?
So what's your favorite product?
My favorite product, yes, sir. The number one product for me is this detox.
All right.
Is the Vasia Detox. And then along came the other products, which is the Caprice coffee. Let me tell you something. I'm going to leave the Caprice coffee for another day. But the Vasia Detox tea is my number one. I was introduced to the detox tea 2.5 years ago. And I'm telling you, it saved my life. I a wife of a soldier. I have 5 children, and only, I don't know if it's just, women can attest to this, but having children, you go through a lot of different changes with the body. So I have been dealing with a lot of issue where constipation was again, you guys are all grown. There's nothing to be, icky about.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
irritable bowel syndrome.
There you go.
Right.
All of that when it boils back down is number one. Holy for trouble. But but when I was introduced to the detox tea by my good friend Jenny Young, it just cleared away all the obstacles in my life, and I became a brand new person, and I cannot live without it. So so I share it to the whole world, the entire world.
That's right. There we go. That's a great thing because we gotta stay healthy. We gotta stay cleaned out.
Yes, absolutely.
So how often do you take it?
Well, I take it at least probably once a week because I'm not trying to lose weight. I just want to, keep my optimal level of, just being regular and just, the energy that I get, oh my gosh, I'm just on it all the time, to where I'm not lagging or slacking. I just go regularly right now.
Awesome.
All right.
Yes.
We appreciate you coming on. Thank you for that testimony.
Yes, and it's all because of the Tava Fit it. Yes.
Hey,
it
all
works.
right.
All right.
Thank
you
you so
guys.
much.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, sir. Y'all know health is wealth, and we got to make sure we stay healthy. That's why we talk about these topics, because we want us to be in a healthy lifestyle. We want us to have a healthy lifestyle all the way around, and we like to keep the clarity of people understanding just being healthy. Health is just not about eating right properly. It's about healthy conversations. It's about healthy people being around you, positive people being around you, and that's what we gotta have though, man. We gotta have more positivity because we've been in a negative society for so long.
Yeah.
Now back to the subject at hand. I want us to understand that raising a man is like, well, I've come, since I've been doing my soul searching and my self-developing, I've come to realize that, like, my son, he was tired of going to public schools, and I was like, man, what you scared of? He like, Dad, I ain't scared, but they not teaching me nothing. So now I got him in a homeschooling that actually, shows him a different way. It's not the public school system's homeschool. It's a private homeschooling session. Mm-hmm. And so it teaches him, I say the only reason, because they tried public school when the pandemic was going, and they both, my son and my daughter were both failing. Mm-hmm. So I said, the only way you're going to be able to do this, man, is you got to be passing. Now he's back on the A and on the B roll because of this program. And, he understands that, hey, I put your ass back in that regular school. I don't care what's happening. But I'm glad I did, because now he's doing more creativity. He's doing more creative things, just like, every man's supposed to be a creator. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be them people who molds this world. We ain't saying women can't mold the world, so don't beat me up. But we're saying that from the beginning of time, we already know what we were positioned for. If you're a man of any type of belief system, you know what I'm saying? We already know what we were positioned for. And we're not even
ahead.
And we're not even trying to take y'all shine away, but y'all aren't measured by y'all accomplishments. A woman can accomplish a million things, and if she don't accomplish nothing, a man is still going to provide for her. But if we're not accomplishing anything, we feel less than a man, and then we feel like our woman is going to be cheating on us, or our woman is going to leave us all together. Society looks at us as, hey, bro, what you done accomplished, man? Before you go to opening your mouth, what have you done to society to help society to improve your environment? What have you done? Mm-hmm. And that's why I was happy to bring all of us together, that shows the world that, hey, this is what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to have more of us in this society, because we were some lost souls, man. Not us per se, but a lot of black men around us in this world don't have direction. They don't have that homeboy they can talk to positively. They got a bunch of dudes say, fool, let's go get this blunt, let's go get this drink, or let's go do this. Like, bro, I'm tired. How much drinking we gonna do? What we celebrating? Exactly. What is the party for? We celebrating being broke. What we celebrating?
Drink because we lost our job. Drink because we got a job. Yeah. Drink because we lost our girl.
Say what?
Oh, real quick as you get older.
Yeah.
Nah, when you get and this, like I said last time, bro. I was talking to somebody when I heard this also from my dude 19. He said, man, the new age. This is everybody talking about. Oh, you getting old? Excuse me. He said you getting older. Mm-hmm. I said no, I'm getting newer. Mother talking about, why you say that? I say because I've never been 50 before. So that's a new age to me. I have never been 51 before. That's a new age to me. You know what I'm saying? So how can I get older if it's a new age? I've never been that age. So how is it old? Old is 49. Old is 50. I'm 51 now. So how is what I'm saying? So we gotta keep these. Remember what we've been taught. We gotta unlearn it.
Right.
Wow.
Because that system is over with. You really think about what you're being taught, what you were told to say a certain thing. You know, the first person I learned to lie from was my mama. My mama told me that's a white lie. I said, what is a white lie? You told me not to lie at all. I'm getting beat for lying. So, but if that man was in the house, he would have told me, say, boy, we don't lie about nothing. I tell my son all day, boy, we don't lie about nothing. You gonna get in trouble if you lie.
Right.
If you don't lie, you straight. I ain't doing nothing to you. Just let me know what you got going on. Be that man to stand up tall, son.
Yes.
All right.
Got to have
the
the conversation.
Yeah, you got to look that man in the eye. And when you're talking to him, you let him know, say, yeah, man. Yeah.
You know what I noticed? Just in everyday life, I've noticed a lot of black men, women too, for that matter, but when they talking to us, they look us in the eye and they just going on about their business. But as soon as they start talking to a white person, the whole demeanor changes. It's like they can't look up in the eye. They change their tone of speech. It's like, yo, be yourself. That ain't nothing but another human being.
That's for real.
Why you can't look him in the eye and talk to him? It ain't no yes, sir, no, sir. It's like, yeah, well, this is the way we're going to do it. I mean, if they older than you, like they damn near ready for the grave, I still say yes, sir, yes, ma'am, to older people. But somebody my age or younger than me, no, I give you the respect that you give me. So I treat everybody with respect until you come at me disrespectful. Now you get the flip side of the coin. But that's being a man.
Yeah.
But you don't go up to somebody shuffling and looking down and, oh, yes, sir, can I do this, sir? No. That definitely ain't being a black man. That's the shit that our grandfathers and great-grandfathers had to do just to survive. In this day and age, we don't do that.
Right. Yeah, that right there, man. Just like my partner said, man, he said he was lost in the world and had to change his life from hanging on the block. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of times, man, when we get caught up in these neighborhood situations, man, we got to change our people, places, and our things, man. In order for us to be in our full purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't become them men, because we're gonna sit around and listen to gossip all day because we were raised by them single mothers. You know what I'm saying? We feeling like, oh man, that just gossip, that just stuff. You know, I've been, but a man gonna be like, say, man, they over there talking, man, get up out that conversation, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Say, that's me when I was younger, in my 20s, when I was in them streets. And some real street dudes told me, say, partner, we don't do that. Don't come over here with that.
Right.
If you see women talking, you leave that conversation back. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Come over here. That's what my uncle had to tell me. My big cousin had to tell me. Say, get up out of that. Come over here. This is what we doing. We ain't talking about that. We talking about how we gonna get this money.
Yeah.
That's right. And if women feel like this today, you know, if y'all feel like y'all can raise a man, stop letting him be in your conversation.
Yep.
If y'all not talking about how to get a bag, don't let him be in that conversation. Teach him how to get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Don't let him sit around you with the gossip. Don't let him sit around you, period, if you're talking to another adult. I don't care if they 18. I don't care if they 25. Sometimes women get it mixed up. Oh, he's of age now. He can make a better decision. No, he don't need to be in your conversation, period.
Exactly.
At all. Not when you're talking to your girlfriend about anything.
That's right.
Yeah, that starts when they little.
Yep. Keep a kid in a kid's place.
Yeah, even if your kid is 30. Yeah, if your kid 30, keep your kid in that kid place.
They have that.
Yep, exactly.
Say, anti. Can I ask you what is that? What is that name, brother? What is the name? Can we get the name now?
Can't tell you.
What is it?
It's anti-Oedipus.
What is
Anti-Oedipus.
Oedipus?
So
Oedipus.
you're talking about the Oedipus complex, about the boy who was in love with his mother and was ready to kill his father, or did he kill him? That's Greek mythology.
Oh man, he done went deep on us.
Man, y'all not to like the Greek
Say,
mythology?
man, boy, I'm slow. I'm telling you, I'm slow for real.
That's what it is. That's like, that was the whole part of the conversation where these little kids, like, they pretty much fall in love with their moms. Like the sons fall in love with their mom. They don't want their dad to touch their mom. Like, stop. Same thing with little girls.
Right.
Like idolize their dads. I want to marry my dad. Nah. So that's why women need to stay in a woman's place. Men need to stay in a man's place. I mean, that's it.
Even if the man ain't in the household.
Right.
I had that on the live the other morning, man. It still takes a village to raise a child, man. We can't accept the fact, I know it's a lot of bums out here. We know it's a lot of bum dudes out here, but say, we really do need to be, them kind of guys. I don't know who else watching this show, but we have to make these women understand, say we're knowledgeable. So we have to start teaching ourselves again. That's why this self-development has brought me to a whole nother level of teaching, because the school system teach you technical learning because they just want you to go get a job. They teaching you how to go work for them.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, I'm teaching my son, say, man, we don't work for nobody, baby. We work for us.
Yep.
Now he knows how to paint. Now he knows how to dig that ditch. You got to start at the bottom, baby. This is what we're doing. I need you to dig that hole right there, son, so I can pour this concrete in there. He out there sweating. Okay, I need you to sand that drywall so I can go ahead and paint it. He like, man, you got a mask? I give you a mask and some glasses, but you put the glasses on, you ain't able to see no way. So just got to tough it out.
Like you said, you start them off young. I mean, don't know who like King Oedipus was. It was the guy who fell in love with his mom. He killed his dad so he could marry his mom.
Wow.
And then when the public found out about it, she hung herself, and then he eventually just died off. But that's what it is.
Yeah.
I say,
and that's for real, Alan. For real. Alan said, you got some brothers that's 40 and act like they 10. They wasn't raised the right way and still act like child. And we need to help these brothers out. And that's for real.
It's true.
That's what
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, see, we got my brothers chiming in tonight, man. That's what's up, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for real.
That's right.
Yeah, cause we gotta do it, y'all.
It's
like the stuff is for men. It's for men. We gotta basically, we know it's a lot of women that's listening, but I'm pretty sure a lot of these women got sons. And some of the stuff that we're talking about could help her to teach or point her son at least in the right direction.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. The woman got to allow it. That's all. Not saying
that
she can instill values in her son. She can instill values in her son, teach him to be have integrity, do things like that. But like men do what men do. And men teach young boys to be men. That's just what it is,
Right.
Firmness that they'll need in life, because life gonna hit you. Life gonna show up. Life gonna show up. What you gonna do? You got to show up
for real.
We gotta teach young men and men that's already claiming to be men how to show up for life. Some of them don't know how to. They break. They break. They quit and leave a job, you know what I'm saying, with no plan. You got to make a plan, have plans, goals, and intervention. Things like that. Men got to have that. Because life gonna show up. Believe me, I done been there.
Life gonna serve you up a 3-piece. You'll think Tyson done hit you.
That's right. Coach, what you stand firm. Stand firm,
What'd you say, Anti?
Coach, up there talking about, I done been there. Your hair still black. You don't have no gray hair. Where you been? To the mountainside for Moses? Where you been?
Hey, that's the health and wealth. That's the Valet 30, man. No,
that's the family you.
That's the Valet 30, man.
Beijing.
None. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, just laughing at it. Man, come on, bro.
No enhancement. No enhancement.
No. All right.
But say, man, that's a good thing though. But we just like a woman has a womb and she develops the child and all of that. That's understandable. But a man has a womb as well, and it's our mind, it's our imagination. And once we create that first image in our head and we write it down on paper, that's when we give birth to these ideas that we need to have more men involved. We need to have these things involved, have more men involved in these young boys' life. And let them understand that this is the facts of being a man. This is how I can't teach you how to be a man, son. Just be honest with that man and let him know I can't teach you how to be a man, but here go some principles that can give you, get you close enough to where men won't look at you funny.
Right. And teach that young boy how to not really seek, but recognize a man that's a man and know how to gravitate to him. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, the principles help. He got to know what to gravitate to. Don't gravitate just to a male. You ain't gonna learn that from him.
It ain't about the bling bling.
I know you got
people that ain't got a pot to piss in, but they instilling knowledge.
Ooh.
And I mean that old folks' knowledge that's going to get you somewhere if you listen to them. And you can look at him and say, well, you ain't do nothing with it, but that's him now. What he did in the past and what got him to where he is. That could be just misfortunes of life. But he can still tell you stuff, even without an education. He can tell you stuff that'll get you much further than he ever got.
Yeah.
You just got to when to listen and when to put it into action.
That's right. That's right.
I
like what my buddy just said.
What's that?
Your homeboys get mad because you can't.
Huh?
You talking about this one, KD?
Yeah, right there.
What is that? I can't read that.
What's crazy when you change your life, they get mad at you because they in the same place. We can't focus on that. What is his name? Alan.
Yeah.
Don't focus on that, man. You keep pressing because somebody watching that care.
Hey, Mike.
But everybody that came with you can't go with you, bro. You got
that's
to
for real.
People.
What Anti about to say down there? Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say that Mike was a little bit too close to the screen. I had to back up. You about said because about to
get
it ain't the baby oil, it's all that light that's shining out. That's that knowledge.
Hey, yeah. Okay.
That's knowledge.
Knowledge. That forehead, all the forehead.
I see the top of your head is shining. Yeah. That's that soul glow. I watch
it's so hey man, it's been a stone cold groove, baby. I promise you we back next week with some more great topics, man, and having a good time like we do. Yep. Anti-Edifice, I'm telling you, he keep us live around here. Coach KD comes with the great spirit. And Mike, the soldier of the crew. Yeah.
That's what makes us all great together.
It's been love, man.
All of us got different backgrounds, but still the same. And we all on the same.
That's what men do. Men are understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man, we're going to catch y'all next week. Same bad time, same bad channel, man. We love it, man.
Hey, peace.
Y'all have a good night.
Check out my shirt, right? You see my shirt,
what's the shirt guy?
Red shirts on deck. sweatshirts on.
Say he got a shameless plug going on, man. He got a shameless plug going on, man. Are you selling those for $15.99? What you selling them for? $35?
20.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
I love.
Be safe.
Yes, sir.